would accept that either.
Sometimes, like like in the beginning, I
Yes,
get
because
lost in thought, and sometimes I
you've
can
been
be
more
like
than serving with us, so absolutely.
So I don't know specifically,
Yeah, that's why.
what, oh,
Why you whispering? I know your voice.
For like 15, 20 minutes.
oh, oh,
These 2, 3Z.
Getting it right.
These 2, 3s, man. What's happening, man? What the hell? What the hell? I need to do some oh yeah, I got a tablet out here too. We about to do some research. Poetic Justice Macias. We about to do some research. Oh, Big Lance. I wouldn't mind if he joined this live. Big fella. I will not mind at all if Big fella join this live. Somebody tell Lance join this live, man. We about to do some research. So I can separate fact from fiction. Maybe Google could tell me. Maybe Google could tell me. So let's go to Google. First, question I want to ask Big Lance. The separate fact. Who wrote the Black National Anthem?
Lift Every Voice and Sing was composed by James Weldon Johnson and J. Rosamond Johnson.
Okay, so that's the first lie. That's the first lie. James Weldon Johnson is a black man. You said in your life, the Black National Anthem was written by a white man for Abraham Lincoln. The Black National Anthem. It's a fucking lie. It was written by James Weldon Johnson, then sent to his brother John Rosamond Johnson in 1873. And both of these are black men. So that's the first thing. Now, is Black Lives Matter a terrorist group? Is Black Lives Matter a terrorist group? Oh, he said a homegrown terrorist group. Is Black Lives Matter considered a terrorist a homegrown terrorist group? Black Lives Matter is not a terrorist group. Okay, that's one. Is Black Lives Matter a homegrown terrorist group? Black Lives Matter is not a homegrown terrorist group. White House had a petition to label Black Lives Matter a terrorist group. So basically they wanted to, but they couldn't. They used people like you to express their views. See, I've been saying this about him, man. I know about the white boys in Virginia. I know about them white boys in Virginia, man. They different. They different. Just how like Florida white boys different and white boys in Virginia different too. Shut up, Longbeard. You know what I'm doing. Putting his ass out there. Actually, he already out there. But still, that's the second lie Big Lance told. Then, how you gonna comment? How you gonna comment for black women and say black women is living off the government? And that's bullshit. There is a percentage of black people living off the government, but go to Atlanta. Go to Atlanta and you're gonna see where hella black women is running shit and not living off the government. You're gonna see them running shit. So I say this. He must ain't been out of Virginia, and he got the Virginia views. And they think different. Them Virginians, that's a Commonwealth state, and they think different. They think different. They think so different. There's the significant. Her son was black, and he was a racist. That's how fucked up they is in Virginia. He was black, and he was racist against black people. Come on, close the door. Anybody that see, like, once you've been around, once you've seen the country and been places, like, I ain't been outside this country, but I mean outside the, like, other places, but I've been all over this country. So I done seen points of views from a lot of different angles. And I will say, the Virginian point of view, them is some prideful people. I will say that. Them is some prideful people, them Virginian people. But their views is just fucked up. Being a Commonwealth state, they proud, they stand on that. We want the original 13 colonies. But they also don't want original 13 colonies, meaning that was one of the original places that slaves pulled up. That's one of the original places that slaves pulled up. So you think them views from them, you know, you could damn them say every white person in Virginia got slavery somewhere back up in they family tree, especially if they homegrown Virginians, because that's what they was built on. So now we talking about Virginia. They make it hard for black folks in Virginia, that's true. Now some parts of Virginia eating though. Like the beach, all the beach, and shit, that's a good way of life. That's a good way of life. But we talking about them backwoods type white boys from Virginia. Anyhow, enough about that guy. Enough about that guy. All right, open questions. Open questions before I go to work. I got 2 blunts for y'all. This one I have done, so I got 2 blunts, so it's open questions. They do. I'm telling you they do. Man, the house I was in Virginia, 2 houses over, the house had a Confederate flag hanging out the front. Hanging out the front on the porch. Now, that's y'all tapping into something right now. See, I'm speaking from somebody that's been to Virginia, lived in Virginia, like talked to Virginia. Like I wasn't just a visitor. Like I didn't just slide through. No, I would slide through, living in houses, talking, mingling, asking questions. No, I was out there. I was out there. Shout out Roanoke. I went from the hood of the hood in Roanoke to the mountains in Covington. They fucked up all around. But they cool peoples though, that's for sure. What's up, homie? My blunt breaking. What's up with Isha Beezy? Where you been? Isha been AWOL. My bad. My bad. My bad. You know I didn't got a job and things. Hey, in Longbeard's voice. Why are you no, Longbeard got a gruffy voice. Why are you so racist, Mr. Dirty Weather? Are you on crack? Well, first of all, it ain't easy being me. And second of all my life I had to fight. Whitey been on my neck since the beginning of time, and I can't take this no more. Hell, man, come on, Lawbeard, you know damn well I ain't racist. You know, hey, we just playing. For y'all don't know the relationship between me and Longbeard, we just playing. Longbeard know damn well I ain't no racist. I'm not a bully either, though. I'm not a bully. I believe in freedom of speech, though. I do believe in that. But I don't believe in, like, spreading the message of hate. Fuck that. Spread the message of hate. I ain't about to do that one. I like to bully bullies on everything. When I was younger, I was bullied. That's fucked up. When I was younger, I was bullied. And then one day something happened. Y'all know that story. Check that story out. What's it? I forget what it's called. Dirty and the Two Skinheads. That's that story called. But check that out. But that's by learning the element of surprise. So after I went from being bullied to all of a sudden, I hated to see other people bullied. So I was the one that stood up for the people that was getting bullied. That's been me my whole life. Like I always wanted people to be like equal. Like I always wanted equal treatment. And if you don't get equal treatment, I think it's because you chose. You chose not to you chose to make yourself not receive equal treatment, which is in a way is kind of what Lance is saying, but in a different form. A less racist, less biased form. And another thing I said is that racism exists. It just got a different look nowadays. Like somebody with hella money can be a racist. Somebody with hella money can be a racist. They don't like you because you don't got as much money as them. Or they don't like you because your group don't like theirs. Shit, the way black people is killing each other right now, you would think that black people is racist against each other. You see how y'all see in the news how many people is dying from gunshots and all across the country. All across the country, all the ghettos tripping. Small ones, big ones, all across the country. So you would think black people racist against each other. It's not, man, people just tired. But through the fire, the phoenix will rise. And I wonder what the other side of this looks like. Because right now, like people be coming into my job, like they be beat down. Like it be looking like the pressures of the world just beat them down. And I try to do my best to like make them smile or something. But it's just hella shit going on in the world. Hella shit going on. After my son got shot, fuck all that protesting. I can dig it. I can dig it, man. Alright, so let me twist this last one right quick. Sims, get my day going right. Hopefully y'all days is going good too. Hopefully your day's going good too, man. Lance, it's no hard feelings. It's no hard feelings, Lance. But I know how you feel. Can't get away from it. It's like certain shit comes with being from certain areas. Like we already know, if you a gang member and you from LA, we already know like them niggas is with it. Them niggas done had a hard life. So you already know when they say I'm from LA, you know that he a LA nigga, straight up. Or if you hear like in the pen, you hear him say, oh, he a DC boy. Oh, you already in the feds, you already know he a DC boy. So it's like, you know what comes along with being a DC boy. You know how they get down. Well, the same thing applies from people, white boys from Virginia. You know how they get down. You know how they get down. That motherfucker said racism don't exist. How he gonna say racism don't exist? Man, that's crazy. Didn't a jogger just get shot by two white people who uttered racist slurs before they shot him? Come on, man. Why you gonna try to why are you even gonna try to convince me that racism don't exist though, bro? Why, man? Shout out Isha, man. I kind of want to let Isha, speak on what happened. What happened with her son. Wish him a great recovery. And when she ready to talk about it, we can talk about it. Even in YA, see, the crazy part is that I'm really, because of being in prison, like, I'm not gonna say I'm numb to racism, but I expect a white boy to be a white boy, period. Whether you a hard one, a soft one, just I expect you to be you. So in the pen, when the white dudes got the Nazi signs and all that tattoo, I ain't bothering by that because I know that's who you are. You being you. You showing me you don't like me. Period. Pretty sure if you look hard at them tattoos, you might find something interesting. Nuh-uh. Nope. I know for sure Spanish go through racism. I know for sure Spanish go through racism. I know for sure that there's white people that go through racism. So if you think about what I said racism is alive and well. It just has a different look. Money. Every race got broke people. Every race got broke people. Look at the root. The root of all evil is money is so fucking true. It's true. Thank you. I had no idea. Thank you. The root of all evil is money. It's true. And the point that he made though, that's right. I don't agree with the blind leading the. I don't agree with the blind being led. I don't believe with sheep being hoarded and used for a purpose. I don't believe that. I believe all views should be heard and respected. I do believe that. Yeah. Man. Man. He said freestyle before you go to work. The only way I would freestyle is if, let me see. Oh, that's 100%. Let me charge this up. Maybe so, or maybe somebody might come in here and play a beat or something. I don't know. You know what? It really is kind of easy to call somebody a racist, though. Because really, all you got to do is just be in opposition of somebody else. So in reality, they calling you a racist, but then you calling them a racist. But really, replace the word racist with bias. And really, you bias toward their views, and they bias towards your views. So really, shit. Kicker written. Kicker written. Maybe I might kick a written. We'll see after this blunt. Longbeard, you just the you're not the realest. You just a real person indeed. You're a person that will always speak your views, regardless if somebody like them or not, man. But you also the craziest too. That's the hell why we get along. Friends. Did he try stand-up comedy? Damn. Hey, y'all gonna have a I'm the realest. Who the realest? Who the realest? Damn, this phone. Every time I turn it on, this is what it sound like. He said them Virginia inmates are the worst. You know what? The whole time I was in Virginia, it was like, nigga, it was like my cheeks was clenched because I was scared. I did not want to have no interaction with no Virginia police, no Virginia state troopers. None of that shit. I used to be happy when I crossed the state line leaving that motherfucker. Because it's like once you leave in Virginia and you get to North Carolina, it's like you can breathe. Then when you get to South Carolina, you got to hold your breath again because you don't want to get in trouble in South Carolina either. Then you get to Georgia, it's like, whew. But you don't want to get in trouble in Georgia either. That's what old Date tall with it. There's no politics on the East Coast. They all just mixed in with pedophiles and rapists and killers. What? Damn, I couldn't even picture that. Honestly, I couldn't even picture that. Like everybody being around with everybody. I don't even know what that looks like, to be honest. That's called SNY over here. I don't know. That's called SNY. I'm not real at all. I'm a figment of everybody. Yeah, like I can't picture that. Like everybody being. That's why when Crazy Nick was like something how it was in Minnesota, I was like, fuck. I was like, damn, I wanted to really I want the homies, like the homies on the main line. I wanted them to see that. And I know some of them probably watched it too. I know they was like, hey, that shit is crazy. It'd be hella dead bodies if that happened over here. This the reason why they put them in SNY. To try to save lives. I guess they was like, shit. They was like, rapist lives matter. The whole breakdown of it. Of what? SNY? Oh, breakdown of what? I can't tell you not one thing about Oregon other than I was locked up in some Andy Griffith Town County jail, and they looked at me like they had never seen a black person ever in their life. Like they hadn't had a black person in their jail in over 2 years. Other than that, shit, I don't know too much about Oregon jail, Oregon politics. I don't know nothing. I heard Oregon got some good weed. That's about it. But the whole breakdown of what? Andy Griffith is racist. He's my uncle. What states have I been through? Well, let's see. California, Arizona, Nevada, Texas, Arkansas, Louisiana, Florida, Georgia, South, North Carolina, Virginia, West Virginia, New York, Connecticut, Utah, what the hell? What's the arch? St. Louis. St. Louis, Minneapolis. So I've been to Minneapolis. Where else? Up top. Montana. Colorado, for sure. Colorado. Oregon. It's probably easier to figure out states that I haven't been. Like I haven't been like to Maine or Vermont, or I haven't been like there, and I haven't been to Washington, like the state of Washington. I haven't been to DC. So it's hard. It's hard. It's easy to pick where I haven't been. Yep. Nah, I had let's just say last year I had a eventful since I got out the pen the second time 2018. I had tumultuous life for about a year and a half there. Is there a crime that makes inmates respect you off the strength of it? Well, I would kind of say that it depends on the inmate giving the respect. Because I think once you're in the pen, it don't matter if you're in there for stealing batteries or if you are in there for murder. If you with the shit, that's what you gonna be judged at now. Like, I don't give a fuck what you in here for. If you gonna bust my head if I say something to you crazy, I'm gonna respect you as that. Now there's crimes that'll get you automatic disrespect. Now shit has changed. Shit is watered down now. Shit ain't what it used to be in the pen. It's a lot of people going at each other. It's a lot of civil war within tribes. But when I came, the way I got my respect was putting in work. Inside, like putting in work. Or if you like a Southsider or something like that, where the communication between the streets and the pen is like shit, like you can call the streets right then and there and they gonna know everything about you. So if you put in work for your barrio and you get to the pen, they gonna know about it. You gonna have instant respect, especially if you put in work. But the respect gonna come from the people that's from probably your barrio first, and then it'll transcend from there. And then people will watch you when you hit the pen and see if you walk that same walk that you was walking on the streets. So some people might kill somebody. Man. Alright, man. What about gang members before prison versus people that join inside? Once you join something inside, that's what it is. Like what you was is what you was, but once you join something inside prison, that's what you is. Cause you might have went in one way, but you coming out another. You like a fried egg when you first go in there. You crack the egg. You was like an egg at first, but now you a fried egg. You was a yolk, now you fried egg. You gonna come out different than when you went in the pen. Speaking of that, I gotta eat. And I gotta get ready for work, man. So I gotta go. I'm gonna go live later. I will holler at y'all in a minute, man. I appreciate y'all stopping through. Appreciate y'all different points of views and all the shit. Nah, I wouldn't talk about Fridays. Knock it off. All right, man. Take care. Holler at y'all next time. Dirty Weathers. Go.